Good evening, morning, everyone, afternoon. I'll get it right. Good morning, everyone. Nope, still wrong. Oh dear. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Pratchett Pilgrimage 2016. A small event in the grand scheme of things today, in honour of Mr. Pratchett's sad passing last year, a year ago today. I'm going to repeat something that I did during MahdDogg's Gamers Against Alzheimer's campaign last year. I'm going to take my ship from wherever it happens to currently be out to Pratchett's desk, which is around hip something or whatever. Okay, first of all, I'm going to have to apologise. I'm coming on the downslide of a pretty bad cold, which essentially took away my ability to breathe, my ability to speak, my ability to move around, and so my voice may be a little strained today, and it hurts to talk, but I'm going to brave it all through just for you guys if you want to watch, and because obviously this kind of stuff wouldn't have stopped Mr. Pratchett himself, would it? He would have been out there. So, hello Edrin, thank you MahdDogg and Commander Ripped for the hosts. Good morning, good afternoon Galactic Midden. Thank you guys for making it. I hope more of you will pop along. Right, it's not going to be a charity stream as such today. I'm doing it essentially in memorial for Mr. Pratchett, whose books I have been reading from start to finish, from book 1 all the way across to book whatever. Started off with Carpet People, then I went on to Strata, Dark Side of the Moon, and then started on the Discworld series. At the moment I'm currently reading, let me think, which one is it? Hogfather. So yes, I'm rather enjoying myself, reminiscing with some old friends there. Okay, I'm not going to promise my voice is going to hold out all afternoon. Actually, I'm quite worried about that. I've had some painkillers. I've got plenty of things to drink. Just hoping that I can hold out. So I'll get rid of this this splash screen, which is lying to you. Because I'm not using a Cobra for this. Let me pop my thingy back on for a sec. Where's my video? There it is. Thanks Galactic Midden, appreciate it. I'm fine, as I say, I'm on the mend now. I've had to take a couple of days off work last week because of it, which isn't great, because I've not really been there that long and I don't think I'll get paid. But I really wasn't well enough to work, it just wasn't happening. But hopefully I'm on the mend now. But yes, so as I say, today's not going to be a charity stream. I've not set up a My Giving page or Just Giving page or anything like that. All I've got on the screen there is the actual alzheimers.org.uk donation page. So if you do like what I'm doing, if you do appreciate what I'm doing, if you do have feelings for Mr. Pratchett and sort of miss the guy and his awesome writing and so on, then by all means feel free to donate there. If you leave a little message and just say why you've donated and so on, then that'd be fine. So yes, that's my favourite picture that's on the screen there just now. It's possible to live well with dementia and write best-selling books like what I do, which is an awesome sentiment to have. So yeah, let's get on with things then, shall we? So at the moment, as you may or may not know, I have a second account. My main account is currently 2,000 light years across the galaxy, and I didn't really feel it appropriate to drag him back to do this, although it might be an idea given the state of my hull. So I have a second account. I've used the second account and tried to boost it to a point where I've got a ship I can fly, and I managed to do a couple of community goals, at least get my nebbing on the Lave Radio community goal and the making a new station LHS 3447 community goal, which netted me a cool 1.4 million, which for a new starting pilot is quite a good amount of money. It got me this lovely Diamondback Scout, as I just clip through the roof, which I've decked out, tricked it out with the vehicle, a landing vehicle, and some guns and some stuff, and I've painted it white. So, Commander Hotsporin. Nice. Yeah, so I did all that in preparation for this, so that I'd have a ship that could make it. I had intended on getting a Cobra, but everywhere I seemed to go to try and find a Cobra, didn't have a Cobra. So I thought, okay, I'll settle on a Diamondback Scout if I can get one of them. So I came back to a Tellus Primus and grabbed myself. Actually, I think I got it from Owlin Enterprise. And I'm currently at the starting point for Horizons. So I'm at the start of where new pilots who start a game of Horizons will start. They'll be docked at, I think it's this one, I think it's Baker's Prospect. That they start on.
Decreasing sensor range.
So just have a look at some pretty visuals for a minute while I'm talking. So yeah, my intent is to start from here and then hop over however long it takes to get to the space station Pratchett's disk. Open galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
So let's find out exactly how far away that is. So if I go to there, Pratchett's disk. Oh, that's a fair hike. So 402 light years. Don't think I'm going to make that one tank of gas. Okay. So that's going to be 30 jumps. Okay, well, as I remember doing this last time, it didn't take all that long. And I think I did it from Slough last time, I think. Can't remember. I was going to do it from Slough this time, kind of also trying to pay respects to Neil Davidson as well, who was a big fan of Slough and a big fan of Kate. Oh, I missed a bit when I shaved this morning. But I've decided not to bother. I've decided just to go from here. Yeah, I'm going to put my camera off, so it goes a bit wappy when I play this game anyway. So it's probably not worth keeping it on for a while. So yeah, as I say, if you're interested to donate, then if you go to alzheimers.org/donate, you can do it from there. So without further ado, let's get this pilgrimage on the road.
Released. Engines engaged.
If anybody wants to join me, my commander name is Roswell Putin, and I'm in Selezen Lake private group. So you don't have to friend me or anything to join the group. As long as you're friends with Selezen Lake already, you should have the option for joining this group. And good afternoon, Garzini, and thank you for making it to the stream. Raise landing gear.
Gear coming up.
I decided to go with the Diamondback Scout today rather than the Cobra because, as I say, I couldn't find one, and the Diamondback Scout's one I've not flown before, so I thought I'd give it a go and see what it's like. I've packed it out with some guns, so if we do get into some problems along the way, then boost.
Afterburners engaged.
Then we can at least stick up for ourselves. I'm not carrying any cargo. I'm carrying I'm carrying a cargo rack, a four-seater cargo rack, in case we find anything interesting on the way. And I don't have any exploration stuff, so we're not going to be doing any explore on the way. Jump.
Frame shift drive engaging.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I've also turned the camera off because with having a cold and all that sort of stuff, and my nose has a tendency to dribble, so I don't want you looking at that or watching me blowing my nose or sneezing or coughing or doing whatever else it is that I'm going to have to do during this stream to try and keep myself from dying. Fitted a fuel scoop, and I'm not entirely sure how good it is, how hot I can make it go. Rocking quite a large fuel tank as well, a 16-ton fuel tank, which fills up nice and quick.
Fuel scooping complete.
Salvageable wreckage.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I thought that said sauce. SDSS. That would be good. That's quite a fitting one to actually fly past, you know. Sauce. Obviously, Mr. Mr. Dibbler might be getting his supplies from here. So yeah, the intent is have a bit of a chat on the way, maybe reminisce about the Pratchett. Anybody's memories of him, anybody's favourite book, favourite quotes. I've got a few quotes lined up that I can rattle off if need to be. Jump.
Jump in.
Oh, that's nippy. I should have brought a scanner, shouldn't I? Because as I get out into the wild, I'm not really going to know what there is to land
4,
on.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
It says stop because I've not got the music on. That's a very good point. Thank you for reminding me about that. Let's just fire that up.
Decreasing sensor range.
So all like planet-wise. Unexplored. Jump.
Frame shift drive engaging.
I've actually noticed the last couple of days, because obviously yesterday I was trying to sort out the mission, get myself ready to go and cashing in my community goals stuff and getting the ship and getting it ready. Noticed that
3,
voice attack
2,
is quite resilient
1.
to someone who has a cold
Engage.
and who can only sort of say maybe one syllable out of 5 without their voice going most of the time where it's actually I croaked into it, I actually worked out what I was saying, so that was quite impressive, given that it hadn't been trained with me having a cold or a bad throat or anything before. It could still fathom out what I was trying to croak, so impressive technology. I shouldn't have ripped out the exploration stuff, should I? Good idea, Garzini. Can you grab me some as well? Jump.
Frame shift drive engaging.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's have a shufty, see what's around here. Unexplored, but there are things here. It's not going to show me anything, is it? Just a space station that is... oh, quite close. Okay, fair enough. Let's refuel then, and then jump on. It's a bit of a bugger, I kind of hope to do a bit of buggying. We're all plague-ridden, midden. Plague-ridden.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Jump.
Jump in.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
No, Edrin, of course not. I'm not going to put that much work into a commander and then decide I'm going to just say, I can't be arsed with it anymore. Oh no, this is my second account. When ED was in the shops for $9.99, I purchased it for myself. Started up a second character. Essentially because...
Fuel scooping.
oops, overcooked that, I think. If one commander, i.e.
Fuel
Selezen,
scooping complete.
is doing something else, like he's away exploring the galaxy, which is at the moment, and there's something else going on in the galaxy, like community
Fuel
goals,
scoop
or
disengaged.
a bit of combat going on, or a charity thing happening, or even just someone else who's streaming that I want to join, then at least I've got a second account that I can use to take part in all that stuff, without having to drag my ass back from halfway around the galaxy, or anything like, oh, what's that? This is probably a trap, isn't it? There it is there. Open right panel. Open.
Afterburners engaged.
There's his name. Roswell Putin. ROSSWELL. Close right panel. Drop. Drop. Okay, wait, isn't a trap then.
Scan detected.
Maybe it is a trap then. Ow. Deploy cargo scoop.
Deploying the cargo scoop.
Deployed.
Ow. Edarin, I'm not going to accept friend requests on this account. This is an account I'm going to use for pretty much private gaming. I thank you for your friend request though. So I should have realised that's what you were angling for. Okay, close cargo scoop. Retract cargo scoop.
Retracting cargo scoop.
Cargo scoop retracted. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Hey Jazz, how you doing? Yes, it is. It's been a year. Doesn't seem like it, does it? A year today.
Fuel scooping.
Which is fortuitous, really. I'm quite, although I'm obviously not glad that he's gone, I'm very sad that he's gone. But it's nice that today, Saturday, a day when I can actually stream, is the exact year anniversary, so that I can do it,
Fuel
something in his memory
complete.
on the day where we lost him. I'm quite honoured to be able to do that.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Jump. Jump.
Preparing for jump.
Me too, Jazz. It's probably the biggest loss I've had. I mean, I've had quite a lot of losses this last few years. I mean, I've lost my dad,
Three,
I've lost my stepmom, I've lost my uncle, I've lost my granddad
Engage.
3 weeks ago. But the surprising thing is that Terry Pratchett is the person that's gone that I've kind of missed the most, if you like. I feel kind of guilty about that. But the thing is that
fuel scooping.
my dad's side of the family was kind of there in a very obscure kind of not really there sense sometimes. My granddad only really saw maybe once or twice a year. Uncle I never really saw at all. And my dad in the last sort of 20 years of my life, or 20 years of his life, was in Scotland while I was in England. So although we were kept in touch and we were there if we needed each other,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
he was kind of just at a distance more than anything else. So it was on the weak signal source. I'm checking things out that I don't usually check out because I can, because it's something to do, isn't it? Just to make sure that we get. I'm thinking about streaming for about 2 or 3 hours, just however long it takes. But I'm just going to investigate things, have a look at stuff, see what this is. Yeah, but yeah. So, and even when I was growing up, my dad kind of was around, but not around. He did a lot of stuff like He worked on fishing boats, and then he worked on trawlers. So he was away for like a week, 2 weeks at a time. So on a day-to-day basis, I think the other than my mum and my mum's side of the family, who were all very close, I think I spent more time reading books than I did anything else, and a lot of my teenage years were spent reading Terry Pratchett books.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Yeah, I'm exactly there, Jazz. As fiction and writing and novels and reading and stuff does tend to kind of take over. Or the black box. Alright, I'll scoop black boxes up all day. Retract cargo scoop.
Retracting cargo scoop.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Yeah, novels, books, that's all the kind of stuff that you escape into when, you know, you you want to, I suppose. Another black box. Oh! Deploy cargo scoop.
Deploying the cargo scoop.
Deployed.
Retract cargo scoop.
Retracting cargo scoop.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Jump.
Engaging jump.
Yeah, so Terry Pratchett was probably the person.
4, 3.
I say this with no sense of art, with no sense of
Engage.
exaggeration, but Terry Pratchett was probably the set of the author I read most when I was a teenager, because there were two people in general that I read at that age, and that was David Eddings and his Belgariad series and the Terry Pratchett novels. And the thing about the David Eddings books was that there was a set of them, and then that was it. You'd
Fuel
finished them,
scooping.
and that was unfinished. Whereas Terry Pratchett, just books everywhere. What was it, 2 or 3 a year he was doing at one point during his heyday? Illicit cargo.
Fuel scooping complete.
Thank you for the host, DJ Truth, sir.
Fuel
Very much
scoop
appreciated.
disengaged.
Woohoo. So. Okay, might have left us too late to try and fight it.
Hull integrity compromised.
What am I fighting? Hey, I can take that. Power to weapons.
Diverting power to weapons.
Target shields offline.
Woof!
Target destroyed.
That is Commander Putin's first kill. Woot! Woot for me! Power to engines.
Power diverted to engines.
I'm kind of tempted to nip out to Fontana Mines. Use the right fucking thing on the joystick without system map.
Decreasing sensor range.
Why is that gone off the edge of the screen? Weird. Power to engines.
Diverting power to requested system.
Jump. Jump.
Charging frameshift drive.
So yeah, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by a nasty pirate. Jump.
4,
Damn it.
Charging
2,
frameshift drive.
1. Engage.
Yeah, so Pratchett was probably the person that I read the most as I was growing up, sort of from the age of about 12 onwards. 13 maybe. Introduced to it by a friend of mine named Martin McMahon. Hello out there if you ever watched this kind of thing. Who loaned me his box set of the first 4 books. From Colour Magic
Fuel
through to Mod.
scooping.
Good evening, good morning. What fucking time of day is it? Jesus.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Temperature critical.
Face planted a star again. Yeah, so Colour Magic, Light Fantastic, Equal Rights and Mort loaned me those, and I kind of nommed them up, and from there that was the start of my Pratchett affiliation. So I've read and bought every Discworld novel, which still maintains true today, although most of them are paperbacks and are currently in a box, and I've got electronic versions of them to read on the phone, which is much more convenient. But they're still there, still in a box in the shed, all securely wrapped up so they don't get damaged. And one of my biggest regrets is that I never actually met the man. I never got anything. I know about that, Tom. I'm not going to be funny, but I'm playing this for a while. I do kind of know what I'm doing. That was just me not paying attention to where my joystick was when I came out of hyperspace. I don't need the lines anymore. Jump.
Frameshift drive engaging.
He's been a bit of a dipstick.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Thank you for the advice anyway. Most appreciated in the spirit that it was given. Nakahatra, thank you for the follow, sir. Or madam.
Fuel scooping.
I don't know. So yeah, from that point I started buying them myself and read them wholeheartedly, nommed up everything that he wrote as much as I could, until the later years when he was writing a lot of different things and I couldn't actually keep up.
Fuel scooping complete.
But my intent is when I get to that end, then I'll start buying the newer ones that I don't have. So, thank you for the follow, Tombot1993 and Tom Parks 1993. I assume Tombot is Tom Parks as a bot. I'm going to assume that anyway. What's his bot for, we would ask? Maybe it's a nefarious bot. Is it an evil bot?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Or is it a good bot? Now and again when I stream I do actually kind of check how many viewers I've got on, and I've seemed to have quite a few today. So thank you all for joining, very much appreciated. And occasionally I'll check on the community elite dangerous to see if I'm on the list, because it's my goal to try and get to top of the list. I'm thinking that by the number of viewers that I've got I should at least be on the board, but I'm not. So I'm cross, I'm angry. Why am I not there? I don't care as much. I'm not that fussed about it. And now you have my attention really. Jump.
Preparing for jump. Engaging jump.
Might as well jump. I'm not going to sing when I've got a bad throat. So my yeah, so the reason I said that is because it was that kind of maybe justifies sort of why I was so cut up about him dying. Obviously with the Alzheimer's and everything, it was inevitable and it was on the horizon anyway. But still, it was a shock. And for somebody who was so prolific and so out there, he put himself out there so much in whatever community he was part of, he just threw himself into everything. Greatest sense of humour ever, an awesome guy, but didn't take any shit from anyone, which is respectable. It's just one of those awesome people who was taken too soon. Okay, fair enough, he made a fair innings. But he was taken from us before his time. And I know he struggled the last sort of 5 years of his life trying to right things, and things went wrong and all that, which is a shame. But you know what? He gave us a lot, and I do thank him for that. And although I've no doubt she's probably not watching, I would like to call out to Rihanna at this point and say again condolences, and that we miss him still, as I'm sure she does. We lost a friend, and she lost a dad. But he still lives on, as long as his books are out there, and who he was will never die. So we'll go to a station, have a bit of a dock. Hey Snow Imp, how you doing? You popped up there kind of sneakily. Moorcock Enterprise. Let's go for that one.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
No, that's right, Tom Parks. Never gone. Gone but not forgotten. And I don't think he'll ever be forgotten. Not for a hell of a long, long, long time. Because I mean, he's plethora of books and different genres that he managed to write in as well. I don't think he'll be forgotten. And people who wrote bad books are remembered, and he wrote awesome books, so I don't think he's got to worry. So, favourite books then? Which books did you guys enjoy the most and why? I'll start it off. My favourite from way back is Mort. Still think that Mort is one of the best. It's got some of the most classic lines in it. Some of those classic things that you... Because he's a very visual writer, just some of the visualizations that he puts in are just ridiculous. Go away, man. You're silly. You're all silly. Yeah. Yeah, I do love Good Omens. Why doesn't drop work? Request docking permission.
Requesting landing pad.
Deploy landing gear.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Down the landing gear up again. One thing I found about this ship is it has a tendency, if you fly a little bit too low, it seems more likely to smack its landing gear on the landing ramp. So, who's all saying the Good Omens because of the idea of the M25? Yes, Odegra. That's always lived on in me. Always lived on. Odegra. The librarian is immortalised in ED lore as an ape that is travelling around meets and conventions. Really? Wow. Mr. Pratchett has just been on saying, why does it matter? Not entirely sure I understand you there, Carzini. Contacts, can I cash in that? No. I'm going to have to go back to that same system I destroyed that ship in, aren't I? In order to cash in that bounty. That's annoying. Oh well, I can do that on the way back. So I'll do while I'm here then. See the scenery. See the sights of Moorcock Station. Moorcock Enterprise, sorry. Eric Markey sent him to me and I sent him to Sloopy. Hope the other is still dead, Lewis, and he'd bring him back. Oh, it's a cuddly toy. Oh, you're watching Colour of Magic. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that later on today. I've got all the cartoons, Soul Music and Weird Sisters, and I've got all of the films that were done as well. So I'm contemplating watching one of them today at some point. We've got a busy day planned. Apparently we're going out for a meal. That wasn't a thing yesterday, but last night I was not tired because having a cold. I basically slept for 3 days. Not slept at night, but I've slept during the bloody day. So my sleep pattern's gone to shit. So I was up at 6 o'clock. I was awake at 6 o'clock this morning still, having not gone to sleep or anything yet, and just wasn't tired. So I started watching Walking Dead, season 6, on demand, and yeah, so that took me till 6 in the morning. And the wife started watching it with me, and as we were watching it, she's saying to me, "Do you fancy going for a car free tomorrow night?" As in tonight. And so yeah, we're going to go out and do that. I'm doing this now. I'm going to head out later on. Terra Ferrificimini, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you. Glad you're enjoying things. I was actually going to check if I was broadcasting there, but I'm not going to, because obviously I'm broadcasting because you guys are talking to me. Just thinking, you know, I'm contemplating chucking a Discovery scanner back on. Might rip out the cargo rack. Trying to divest myself of these black boxes anywhere. Is there a black market? Yes. I'll do. Now that it's empty, I can get rid of it. I think it might be more fun to actually stick a Discovery scanner on. What do you think? They don't sell the advanced one here, just the basic one. What should I do? What am I better taking? Am I better taking a cargo base so I can pick up any shit that might be hanging around? Or am I better taking a Discovery scanner so I can do a bit of exploring while I'm on my way out? No, I don't want to take a basic one. I want to take an advanced one if I can, because that won't give me a lot of range. So, okay, not going to bother with that. I'm going to keep my my thingy. I fix my ship up. Excellent. I'll head back out and continue on the journey then. No, I'm not. I think if I'm gonna stick a scanner on the ship, I'd rather stick a big one, full size one, advanced one. Gemma Johnson, yay! So my phone's going daft in my pocket because all you guys are following me, which is awesome. Look at that, 4 follows today. Wow. Eat.
Ship released.
Nice
Engines
landing
engaged.
gear.
Landing gear up.
Verted to the bridge.
Verity, you're required for duty.
Ooh.
Acknowledged. Comms closed. Awaiting further instructions.
A busy station is for one that's out in the sticks. I've switched to Verity because I obviously haven't added the commands to Dark for doing dropping from hyperspace, which is a bit of a bugger. I thought I'd added it as universal ones. And it reminds me I'm going to have to actually install version 2s, aren't I? I'm going to have to try and farm out my custom commands to a separate file. Get clear and jump.
Afterburners. Distancing. Stand by.
Yeah, one thing I've not really checked up on is
The FTL is charged and ready. Stand by.
whether or not any more TV series
Engaging jump.
are going to get made. Because obviously I'd have thought that Mr. Pratchett himself would have had to approve the different series that were made. I'm just wondering if now he's gone, if anyone else has the power to do that.
3, 2.
Because it'd be a shame not to make any more, because I think Sky did a really good job of the ones that they did. Although the casting of Rincewind again fell into the trap of casting an old person as Rincewind. Everything else was right, but he's supposed to be like something on the order of 30 or something, isn't he? When the colour of magic's done.
Fuel scooping.
Awesome
Fuel
sauce.
scooping complete.
Open comms.
Comms.
Go on then. If I had you as a friend, you see, you'll be more likely to get into my instance. Close comms.
Comms closed.
Close comms.
Comms closed.
Hi Heragon, how you doing? Yeah, that's the thing, you see, it's yeah. David Jason's an awesome actor, don't get me wrong, but he's just not right for the role. He was right for the role as far as acting ability went, he acted it perfectly. But I don't think he was craven enough. And he definitely wasn't young enough. I think he'd have been ideal cast as Rincewind in Rincewind's later years, so like last continent era
Fuel scoop
Rincewind.
disengaged.
Exactly, yeah, Rodney. That would have been better cast than Nicholas Lyndhurst. I wouldn't say dubious mind equality, I mean he's quite an intelligent guy. Just as a coward. Drop.
Exiting now.
See, in my head, I would have thought... Oh, crap. Mackenzie Crook, I think would have been a good choice. Deploy cargo scoop.
The cargo scoop Cargo deployed. scoop deployed.
Thank you, Heragon. Hi Simmer. Simmer 1540, welcome to the stream.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Raise cargo scoop. Retract cargo scoop.
Retracting cargo scoop. Cargo scoop retracted.
Jump.
Charging frameshift drive. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
A young Nigel Planer would also have been good, but he's too old now. Plus, he played someone else in Hogfather. But I think a young Nigel Planer would have been pretty good. Anybody's a thin streak of pest, basically. With a pointy face that would look good with a pointy beard. No, they're not for a mission. I'm just randomly doing stuff. Oh, loop of shame. I'm heading out to Pratchett's desk and I'm just having a look at different things that are happening on the way. Anything that comes up like a distress call or a weak signal source or an unknown signal source or whatever, I'm having a look at. And if I pick something up, then I'll try and take it somewhere, trade it in, if I find something on the way. That's all. It's not for any missions or anything. I'm just going to go to this little station thing here and hope that it's got something I can offload this on, Black Market or whatever it's called. I don't want to be lugging them around the galaxy with me. I'm not doing missions, I'm just flying from one point, from Baker's Terminal in Marcellus Primus to Pratchett's desk. Drop.
Exiting now.
Request docking permission.
Request sent. Granted.
Deploy landing gear.
The gear is down and locked.
Oh my god.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Got a large collection of this world books which were passed on from my stepfather, sadly passed away a number of years ago. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, it's awesome to get a set of Discworld books.
Decreasing sensor range.
No black market. If you drop into Planet Station, you can get over 100k per pod. They probably should be clean. Picked up 6 on a planet. And from missions, can do over 700k across 4 settlements. Good profit for less than an hour. Indeed. Pangborn Mine. Yeah, that's why I'm looking for a black market. And some on a black market. I'll try the next system.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Raise landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Ooh, there's a player on my map. Would that be the Mr. Edorin, by any chance? It is indeed. Mr. Edorin, how are you doing? Lights on.
Lights on.
So Mr. Edorin here is in my big brother, the Diamondback Explorer. Which is a lovely ship. I do like the Diamondbacks. They are, I would have to say, my favourite ships in the game. Just I think the design is so different to everything else. Anyway. Places to go, people to see. Jump.
Jumping.
What beeping per cat?
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
What we've got in this system? Stuff! Open system map. No, I don't have any beeping at all, Porca.
Cartography.
That'll do. I don't know, Parkat. I don't have anything beeping here. The only thing I can suggest it might be is something to do with the microphone, which seems to have some odd things that happen now and again to it. I don't have the buzz anymore, but I seem to have a weird thing. No beeping from Snow Imp. So it's obviously not me then. It's in your head, poor cat. It's the voices, they've got electronic. Gemma Johnson again. I wouldn't have said so, Heragon. If he's saying that it's not happening when he mutes my stream, then it must be something to do with the stream. Don't know what. Oh, sorry guys, I won't have to blow my nose. I should have muted that really, shouldn't I?
Orbital flight engaged.
Okay, fair enough. It's my microphone then in that case. This has been the most troublesome microphone headset thing I've ever actually had. I don't know whether it's something to do with the driver, but there was a buzz, that's now gone. Now I've got the beep. So it's the beep. Beep TM. The same beep that Batfink had. I just purloined it. Yeah, MahdDogg stole it, didn't he? He said he sent it back, but it's never came back. I think he's still holding it ransom. He's sending it back piece by piece. Maybe it's a barnacle. Or a UA. Maybe I'm wearing a UA on my head. That's why it beeps and blinks. I must admit I am contemplating moving away from using this headset, because because it's more problems than it's worth. Sound quality is very, very poor through the microphone. Just hoping I don't get scanned now. Oh, we've got some gravity down here, haven't we? 1.2G. 1.8G, sorry. Boost.
Afterburners engaged.
2.4? 2.1 you mean? That's why it's taking him so long. Boost.
Afterburners engaged.
Oh, one mission. Here I go. I just want to drop this shit off, empty my cargo bay, and then continue on my journey to Pratchett's desk. The reason I'm doing this kind of stuff is essentially because last time I did this pilgrimage, it was over an hour. I've just checked on community.elitedangerous.com again, and I'm there. Yay! Only 22 viewers. Second top. Yay! Boost.
Afterburners maxing engines.
Oh, I see what you mean. So essentially, if there's anything there to do with cargo, pods, with escape pods, then grab that mission. Good plan. I'll check the bulletin board first then. Thanks for that. Yay! Top streamer. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Request docking clearance.
Requesting landing pad.
That didn't work. Request docking clearance.
Searching for landing platform.
Better. So that's 4 of them light up at once. Which one do I want? 4. 1, 3, 4. There it is. Deploy landing gear.
Lowering gear.
Six on your stream today here. Well done. That's more than my normal average. Fluffy Barn! Hello! How are you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Selezen here.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So have a quick look at the bulletin boards. Let's see if we've got any missions need escape pods. So, bulletin board. Oh, Garzini, that's crap. See, this mission, cut the power. I tried to do that mission. Just could not do that at all. Okay, that's not one. What's that one? Nope. Nothing. Oh well, black market is then. Replenish the data minerals thing for elite. So you're making work for yourself to do Garzini. That's ridiculous. You can't complain then, because it's not exactly like you're paid to do it. It's voluntary. You silly. I don't refuel myself while I'm here.
Decreasing sensor range.
Right, we shall continue. Currently working on my farm in a thunderstorm. I'm going to assume that given you're sitting in front of a computer, you're not actually working on a real farm. I'm going to assume it's going to be like a farming simulator thing. Or something similar. Well, this is a nice little complex. I quite like this. The textures have gone shit again, look. This happened last night when I was mucking about.
Ship released.
Raise
Engines
landing gear.
engaged. Retracting landing gear.
Boost. 1.6G. It's a heavy world. So they cut the power mission then. I tried to do that last night when I was trying to make some money for me ship. And I ended up killing myself twice because I just could not take out this base. Does anyone know? There's quite a few of you in here today, which is lovely. Again, thank you. Can anybody give me any hints and tips as to how to do that? It's one of those missions where you have to take out... There's a lot of defence towers, and you have to take out the control pod for the tower. Engage Super Cruise. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Of course, my target I want to jump to is right behind this planet. Missiles take out the turrets. Okay. Okay, so use missiles for the turrets, lasers for the drones. Right, okay. Okay then, I'll give that a try. Next time. Irish Wolf 2K3. Congratulations. Hello, welcome to the stream. You are thinking new face. Jump.
Frameshift drive engaging.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
For those of you who are not entirely sure why we're here, and the graphics on the screen aren't making it particularly clear probably, I am doing the second annual, I don't know if it's going to be annual, but I hope it will be, second annual pilgrimage to Pratchett's Disc, where I'm going from the start position for Horizons, which is a Celis Primus, all the way up to HIP something 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 something, with this PlayStation Pratchett's Disc is. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because a year ago today we lost one of the best authors in the world, my favourite author of all time, Mr. Terry Pratchett, who was sadly taken from us by evils of Alzheimer's. So yeah, I am doing this today in memoriam of
Fuel
that,
scoop disengaged.
in memoriam of the man himself, so we can all raise a glass to him, raise a spacecraft to him, visit his namesake, his memorial that Frontier Developments kindly put into the game, and I've just talk about him, talk him up big style. I'm not doing it as a charity stream as such. I'm not doing giveaways or anything like that. I'm not doing. I've not set up a pledge thing, but there is a link on. Well, no, it's not a link on the screen. There's a URL on the screen for the Alzheimer's. Damn it, what are they called? The Alzheimer's charity. So if you want to donate, then by all means go to that website, go to that link, donate. If somebody could stick it in chat, that'd be awesome. Don't actually have any mods, do I? Who can I mod? Who wants to be a mod? Garzini. I'm going to make Garzini a mod, because Garzini's here quite a lot, so. There you go, Garzini, have a mod. Is Edoran's still around? Yes, he is. But he's busy flying as well. He's following me.
Engaging navlock now.
There you go, Parkat, thank you very much, yep. Go on then, Parkat. Nice.
Second wingman.
There you go. You abuse your privileges, Mr. Parkat, and you get slap. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
This is with the halfway point, I think. So yeah, thank you for that, Parkat. Anyway, yeah. So if you click on that link, if you want to go and donate some money to Alzheimer's,
4, 3,
there's absolutely nothing that's sort of sticking it all together. Nothing that links it here. It's entirely up to you if you want to sort of mention what I'm doing on there, so that other people might see it on there and pop by. That's all, really. Alternatively,
fuel scooping.
careful that thing, Parkat. Sharp. Yeah, so if you want to nip along to there and then make a donation, then that would be fucking awesome.
Fuel scooping complete.
If you just know, if you want to tell us here that you've done that, that'd be awesome. I would rather you told me you did it, because then I know you've done it and I know how awesome you are. I know that we've raised a little bit of money on the stream, which would be pretty cool. As I said, not really fussed about recognition for it or publicising it any. That's why I've not made it a proper charity stream. I'm just doing it. If people want to be generous enough to donate, then in memory of Mr. Pratchett himself, then that would be awesome. Very informal here. We're very informal. We don't have to wear a tie. You have To wear any clothes,
Fuel
to be honest.
skip disengaged.
I do, because I have a court order that I'm not allowed to stream naked. Apparently I don't have a camera wide enough. What else is in this system? Anything interesting? Distress call! Sorry to hear that, Heragon. My family have been moderately lucky. The only person that I've seen deteriorate through Alzheimer's has been my great-gran. She died years and years and years ago. 93. Up until the age of about 91, she was absolutely fine. Very vital, versatile, out there, working at the age of 93 in a shop. And then Alzheimer's hit, and within 2 years, she was just a shell. Drop.
Exiting now.
This one is a trap, actually. I don't have any fuel. I don't have a fuel transfer limpet or anything. Oops. Okay, can I do anything to help? The other player with me is Edarin, who is a loyal viewer of the channel for a long time now. He's always around. Bless him. Is there anything I can do then? Anything I can do to help a guy that's got no fuel? How can I tell him? Can I tell him through chat? Do I have any like messages or anything? Open comms.
Communications.
I'm dropping some frames actually, yeah. It's me actually. We're back. That's it. It's settled down now. There's a bit of a choppy connection there from my end. I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi seems to drop out for a little bit there, but it seems to be back on now. Sorry about that. That was actually me. Open comms.
Comms open.
Close comms.
Comms closed.
Sorry, dude. I would help you if I could, but I can't. That could be something I could do, actually. Maybe I should join the fuel rats. Jump.
Preparing for jump. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh, Snow Imp, thank you. Well done.
Fuel scooping.
You are a star.
Fuel scooping complete.
You have a
Fuel
charity
scoop
account?
disengaged.
Holy crap. Jump.
Engaging jump.
Obviously I do like this ship. It's nippy, it's quite impressive, it does stuff well.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, I'm having some connection issues because my connection just completely dropped and then bounced back on again, so I apologise for that. If you're having some issues, and hopefully it's just reconnected, so it should sort it out now. So hopefully it should be okay. I think you're possibly right. I don't think it's actually me that's causing the problem, because my my connection was actually quite stable. It was just dropping frames. Damn it! There's a dual link DVI cable. Okay, off the muffins. Wow, just sometimes you just gotta get cable.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Thought you were playing a farming game. How come you suddenly need a DVI cable? It's just an excuse not to watch the stream anymore, isn't it? Should just say, you know, just be honest about it. Megabyte X1, how far is he from Sol? Does it matter? Really? Why? Why'd you care? I'm not that far away, I'm not exploring. I'm taking a ship from Selezen Primus to Pratchett's Disk, which isn't all that far away from Sol. So I'm about maybe 200 light years, something like that. This is my second account. Jump.
Jumping.
Good answer, Snow Imp. Jump.
Charging frameshift drive.
No, no, no. I'm pilgrimaging. Can you not see all the stuff on the screen? Let me just show you something. There you go. Ta-da! Ta-da! Other beers are available. Drop.
Exiting now.
Oh bugger. Sorry. Should have just put him out of his misery. Jump.
Charging frameshift drive. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
That seems so heartless. Not much of a population around these parts.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Megabyte X1, thank you for the follow. You are a star, a gentleman, or a lady, whichever. I don't know. I didn't even know they could. I didn't know you could do anything about it. I would assume if you have fuel inputs, that you could probably transfer fuel to NPCs. I don't know if you get a reward, but they might give you some cargo. They might give you some kudos. Might give you a big hug. I don't know. Give you something. Or you're just rewarded by an intense feeling of well-being. A feeling that your karma has now gone up. You know, a very small ding and a +1 comes next to you. Jump. Jump. Jump.
Preparing for jump.
Ow. Yay! Thank you for the follow, Knowledge 1970. For the Pratchett.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I was going to sort of like spend a few minutes just like saying quotes and stuff, but not entirely sure whether that's a bit twee or not, so I don't think I'll bother. I think just having a chat and remembering the guy is probably enough. So as I say, anyone in chat there, if you've got any memories of Mr. Pratchett, or if you ever met him, or something significant that comes out of his books that you like, then by all means have a chat about it, because that's why we're here. And if you have time and the money, then there's a bit of text at the bottom of the screen there with a link in it. Elsewin, thank you for the follow. Another follower. Come to me, jungle friends. I was saying earlier about what your favourite book is. So, oh, Knowledge 1970 met Terry in the late 90s at a book signing. You lucky bugger. It was one of the things I always wanted to do, was meet the guy. I wanted to go to a book signing, but I was never organised enough to work out when they were. And I found out he was in Nottingham, but I found out on the day he was in Nottingham. I'm not going to another one, I'm just going to get disappointed again. So he was in Nottingham on the day, and I found out in the morning that he was there, and I was at university that day. So I had to wait till lunchtime. By the time I got there, he'd gone, and I was gutted. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. Like, jump.
Charging frameshift drive.
And it's like a lot of other things. I always thought, plenty of time, he's not going anywhere, he's writing like a madman. And then the Alzheimer's hit, and I thought, oh fuck. And I think at that point,
2, 1.
I thought, well, you know what? I don't want to bother the guy because he's got enough to deal with in his play, rather than wait for fanboys who won't really know what they want to say when they meet him. Because all I would want to do when I met him was just give him a big hug. Because, as I said last year, Alzheimer's is something that scares the living bejesus out of me. Of all the ways to go, of all the ways that your life can go towards the end, that is the one that scares me the most.
Fuel scooping.
Take my body, like cut bits off my body. You can keep your diabetes, and I'll have bits of my legs sawn off if necessary and stuff like that. But just don't. I want to keep my mind. I've actually said to the family that if there comes a point when my mind starts to go, then start thinking about taking me Switzerland. Because I'm a control freak and I don't always control my brain. I don't mind my body falling to bits. I would rather that happened than my mind went. So I wouldn't know what to say to somebody who I met who had that, and the terror that I would feel for them, and the terror that I felt for Terry as well when I found out what he had, and all the television interviews he did about it and so on, just made me feel that just the fact that he kept going and kept positive and kept fighting all the way, the amount of even without being an author, the respect for that man and the stance that he took and the things that he did, and the fight that he made of it was inspiring, absolutely inspiring. Yeah, not something I really want. I would wish on anyone. I would never wish that on anyone. I wouldn't deal with that. I mean, it's horrendous for the family as well. I mean, obviously, you have to watch this person who's so vital and so out there, you know, just in the world, just slowly recede from it. And it's just terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
As I say, I've been lucky. I've not had many people in my family affected by it. Heart attacks, yeah. Cancer, definitely. But Alzheimer's not something that's really touched my family for a lot of years now.
4, 3,
and I'm glad of that.
2,
for them,
1. Engage.
and for me to an extent, if I'm being a little bit selfish about it, because it's horrendous. Anything in the system to fiddle about with? No.
Fuel scooping.
How many jumps have we got left? 9 jumps left. We're nearly there, guys. Unidentified signal source. So shall I have a poke? Shall we poke a snake?
Fuel scooping complete.
Shut up, poor cat. I know it probably is, but let's see what it is. Drop.
Disengaging cruise.
If it's something I can't handle, I'll run away. Okay, it's not looking good.
Scan detected.
Whoa. That was harsh. Four of them, you know. I ain't gonna take the risk. Jump.
Jumping.
They know they're not going to take the risk with me as well. So, what's my in-game? My in-game name, I assume you know.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Hang on a minute, I'll show you. Won't show this panel now that I'm in hyperspace, will it? No. My name is Roswell Putin. Open right panel. There you go. Top left. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Close right panel.
Fuel scooping.
Anything in this here? No. Oh.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Probably don't have to refuel from now until I get to Pratchett's desk, do I? Haffy! Thank you for the follow. Ooh, a message. What's it all about? New friend request from Commander Megabyte. Okay, I'm not really accepting friend requests on this account, open comms, but for this session I will accept them, but I will be deleting them afterwards. So be warned. Close comms.
Comms closed.
Reason being, I said I'm going to try and use this account. This is my private account that I'm going to be using for just my things. I'm not generally going to use it for streaming. I'm using it today for streaming because my main account is halfway across the galaxy. So if you want to follow someone, follow Selezen Lake. That's my main account. That's the one I'll be streaming on more often. So if you want to, if you want to friend someone in game, then do Selezen Lake, which is Selezen space Lake. As I say, this account is not going to be used much for streaming. Jump.
Jumping.
But thank you anyway, appreciate it. Very kind of you. I've realised that the featured streamer list on community.elite engines is shit.
Engage.
Doesn't update for half an hour.
Fuel scooping.
Nothing here either.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Jump.
Jumping.
So I was saying that my favourite book was More. But as I'm reading through them all again now, reading through the canon of Discworld, as it were, the interesting thing I've found is how the books kind of gradually seem to change,
3,
and the focus of them seems to go to different things.
1. Engage.
The early books kind of setting the scene and while he was trying to work out and hammer out what the universe was like and so on are really good. The comedy in them is fantastic. But when he gets into some of the later stuff, when he gets into the sort of era of Men at Arms and moving on from Men at Arms, you're looking at characterisation becoming very, very pushed to the fore, and character development for one thing as well.
Fuel scooping.
And it's awesome to read through them now and sort of see where things are going, and looking at how the characters grow, and especially reading them all in a row like I'm doing now, because usually I just read them bit by bit. But seeing them all lined up in a row and seeing how the characters develop through the stories, and seeing how the world develops as well, essentially, it's all pretty cool. And it's good to see how Granny Weatherwax develops and how Vimes develops, and even Rincewind to an extent, who probably has the least character development of the entire canon. Just to see how he interacts. It's all cool stuff.
Fuel scooping complete.
As I remember, I'm in the era at the moment
Fuel
that's
scoop
my
disengaged.
favourite era. So at the moment I'm reading Hogfather, and I think I've just finished sort of reading the books that really sort of got me into Pratchett. So Masquerade, Lords and Ladies, Feet of Clay, all those sort of mid-range books where it's still about the humour, it's still about the ongoing development of the world, but it's not as much of a mirror to our own society as what it becomes later on. So when you get to things like what was the book called? The Truth and Going Postal, and all those books that start to introduce concepts from the modern world into Ankh-Morpork. I wasn't overly keen on them because they seem to move slightly away from the characterisation and more towards poking fun and being more satirical rather than just being purely funny. They were good, don't get me wrong, because even Pratchett on a bad day couldn't spit out a bad book. But I just feel that it moved away from the sort of pure gut humour towards satire more. Jump.
Jumping.
Still with me, Arun? If you want to join me in game, by the way, for this last portion of the thing, I know that obviously Megabyte has jumped in game as well. I am in Selezen Lake's private group. The problem with that is I've just realised that if anyone's new and asks to join the group, they won't be able to because I'm playing. And I'm not playing as Selezen Lake, so I can't add anyone to the group. So I've just realised how stupid I've been. So apologies if you're trying to join the group and join me in game. I won't be able to help you out in this instance, I'm afraid. Or can I? Jump.
Charging frameshift drive.
Just realised I have two computers, both of which have Elite installed, but problem is I haven't updated the Elite on my other machine for a hell of a long time.
Engage.
What am I doing on this account? What is my plans for this account, or what am I doing at the moment, or is it in the sense of what are you doing? Just what are you doing on this account? Use your main account, you daft twat, etc. Well, okay. This account is. I'll explain sort of why I've got it and what my intent is for it and the plans going forward for it. I hate that concept, going forward. It's a very business, corporate thing. Essentially, my main account at the moment I'm away exploring, so if that's kind of boring, repetitive, and can be a bit bleh sometimes for viewers. So what I've done is I've created a second account which will give me a little bit of variety that I can put in. So if I'm doing a long-term thing, like I'm doing a long-term trading thing, or I'm doing a long-term exploration, then if there's some things happening in the galaxy that I want to be part of, then I can use my second account and be part of it. So for example, with this account, the last week I've spent a little bit of time on my not doing RPG days, doing a bit of community goal stuff, so I can raise some money and try and improve my ship. So yeah, so I can take part in stuff. If something's happening like a community goal or a charity thing or mates are streaming and I want to be part of it, or stuff like that, then I can pop in and do that with this account instead. It also means that I can sort of put about in the game and do different things that I've not done with the other account. So whereas the Selezen Lake account primarily is a trading / exploration, and the one that's trying to raise all the money and collect all the ships, this one I can use for a variety of different things. So I may buy like fighter ships and start learning how to fly and do combat properly, because I'm shit at combat. I'm doing some CQC on Mondays at the moment for the Mayhem concept that Frontier's doing. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
So I can get a bit of practice combat wise there, but it's not the same as being able to go into the actual game, build a ship to your own specification and try and use that, like build yourself a gunship and go flying on a gunship. Stuff like that, you see. My plan for this, as I say, is do all the things that I don't do in my main account, because I'm scared of losing money. Whoa. And that's about it, I think. Okay, I did have a plan to try and open up Elite on the other machine and log into my Selezen account and add people to the group, but that's not going to work. Because one, it's taking an age to install the latest update for the launcher. That's how long it's since I've updated it. And there'll be a slight problem as I try and download 4 gig of shit while trying to stream, so I'm not really wanting to compromise the stream by downloading the updates right now. So money in Elite isn't as big of a problem as it was in the beginning. You can earn 4 million an hour in a trade anaconda. Yeah, but you've got to get a trade anaconda first. That's the problem. I've got to get up to that level of money to get an anaconda, and that's where I'm struggling. I have a Type 7 and I'm doing 200 tons at a time, which is getting me about 1 million in an hour, roughly, if I can get the right trade route. Jump.
Frameshift drive engaging.
I'm kind of struggling to get. I did quite well getting from Sidewinder to Cobra upwards through the little ships, and moving on to the Type 7. But other than trading slaves, I am not good at finding all the decent trade routes.
3, 2, 1, engage.
I'm sure there's a knack, but yeah, it just seems to drag. I mean, you've got the T7. I think there's a big jump between the T7 and then the next level of ship up. I'd like to go to a Type 9 next, to be honest, but that's a bit of a hike. So I was thinking about a Ferdinand's, but I want to maintain sort of the trade thing without moving towards a ship that's essentially combat / scouting / all that kind of stuff. Hence why I've run off on an exploration mission at the moment, because I was getting a bit fed up of the grind with the Type 7. And especially with the fact there was quite a lot of interdictions going on, and I was getting my ass kicked a few times. Even I'm not carrying cargo, I've got NPCs popping in and busting my ass for no apparent reason. And it was getting ridiculous. And after 3 times of that happening, I thought, you know what, bollocks, I'm off. And take a break, because I play this game to relax. And I know it's not one of those things that you do. Oh no, the game doesn't work the way I want it to work. It's not the game I want to play, blah blah blah, #refund. I'm going down that route. I want to play the game a certain way, and at the moment the mechanic doesn't let me do that. So rather than whinge about it, I'll do something else for a bit that I find relaxing. And I do find exploration relaxing because it's nice and quiet and fun. Not a lot of people out there, not a lot of people doing stuff, and you don't have a lot of encounters, so you can fly about as much as you like, enjoy the scenery, and have a good laugh, and not have to worry about being interdicted every 5 minutes. Which again brings me back to the having two accounts. I can do that. So when I want a nice chilled out game, I can go off exploring with Selezen. If I want a bit of action, then I can do this kind of thing. I can use my other account and do things around the local area. Sir Kaldar, hello. Have you considered long-range secret deliveries? What they're called? I was making 10 to 15 million baht an hour in my Cobra Mark III. I haven't. No, I haven't really sort of get into the new trade things that they've put in, the new missions and stuff they've put in. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
Something I may look into, because before I started doing the community goals to raise the money to build a decent ship to use for this for this trip.
2, 1, engage.
I was doing planetary missions. I was earning something like 200,000 an hour just doing ship missions, just doing missions on the planets, just bringing stuff back and bringing escape pods and things like that back. So that was quite lucrative. To the point where I actually earned 400,000 in the first couple of hours of playing with this account without actually leaving the planet that I started on. So that worked quite well. So yeah, if there's a possibility of doing things like that, then yeah. Obviously I'd need the combat ability probably, because I would assume that there are probably some people who don't want you to make a delivery. And that'd be it. So, okay, I'm gonna wait here for Edarin to pop in, because we're on the last jump. Hip 74 to 90 is just ahead. There he is. Shall I wing up with him? Open comms.
Communications.
Newt TV, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I would assume that by the follow you are probably quite enjoying yourself. I'll take this time to say that if anybody fancies donating some cash, then there's a bit of text at the bottom of the screen. If one of the mods in there would quite happily post that link again, that'd be great. I'm doing a pilgrimage to Pratchett's disc. Close comms.
Comms closed.
In memory of Terry Pratchett today. I'm not doing it as a charity stream, but there is a link at the bottom there with the official Alzheimer Society donation page. So if you think I'm doing a good thing and you want to remember a certain person, then please do so. Please donate as much as you can afford. If you let me know here that you've done it, that's fine. I'll pop out the then I'll read it out, and obviously that'd be great if you could do that. We've already had one very kind person by the name of Snowing, who will be getting a big hug next time I see her. But then that's nothing new, because she always gets a big hug next time I see her. Okay, I'm going to make the jump. Edarin, if you're ready. Have you got yourself slave to my drive? Open comms.
Communications.
Wing beacon. Close comms.
Comms closed.
Open right panel. Close right panel. In that case, let's go, Mr. Driver. Jump.
Engaging jump.
Long range deliveries, shadow deliveries, that's what they're called, is it? Shadow deliveries. I shall look into this shadow delivery business. Let me write that down.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's the sort of thing I'm looking for, is just things to experiment with. There's a lot of the game that I've not played on my main account, essentially because of the fact I don't want to risk losing money and all that kind of stuff. So let me top up my tanks.
Fuel scooping.
And then once I've used this account to try and get some experience and some stuff, then I shall look at leveraging that experience in my other account. So let's see what we've got on the maps here. Pratchett's Disc. Lock destination. Wow, it's busy. Maybe we should have done this in open actually. That maybe would have made sense.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, so here we are.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
The last leg. Busy here. I want to take this opportunity to thank MahdDogg, who has, throughout this stream, he's not actually been here on the stream, but he has been hosting it, and he has also been tweeting to let people know that it's happening all through the stream. So thank you to MahdDogg for that, much appreciated. I'll also say that if you like this kind of stuff, like this whole kind of like charity type stuff, then MahdDogg and Kate Click tomorrow are doing a stream, a joint stream in support of Mankind, the Mankind Initiative, which is a charity. Well, that's good, Haffy. I'm glad. Yeah, Mankind Initiative, which is a charity that's been set up to help victims of domestic abuse, but male victims of domestic abuse. There are very few of those organisations in the country, or even in the world, because it's not something that us guys like owning up to. But it's time we did, because it's just as much of a problem as it is for the ladies. And yeah, and the problem with it is that we, as men, are at the stage with this phenomenon where the ladies were about 20 years ago, which is no one believes us when we say it's happening, and people blame us for it and say that, well, if a tiny woman can beat you up, what are you doing to her? And sadly, this is quite a big thing. But there are men out there who take it and don't dish it out and drop.
Exiting now.
And it's not a great thing to be happening, whether you're a man or a woman or anything. It's not something that should be happening. We should all be loving each other. We're all awesome people, well, most of us anyway. So yes, that's happening tomorrow. For the life of me at the moment, I can't remember the time, even though I've been publicising it for the last few months. I think the turtle's asleep, and I think the elephants are actually in the back end of it, powering it, to be honest. But here we are, Pratchett's disc, sorry. Named last year after Terry Pratchett died, in memory of him, which was an awesome move by the Frontier guys. To set up a memorial like that is a nice thing. It's the kind of things that they do. There you go, 10 AM to 10 PM for the 12-hour Mankind stream tomorrow. That's on twitch.tv/MahdDogg
Lights on.
and twitch.tv/CakeClick, which is probably going to be multi-streamed as well. Headerin, he's gone docking, cheeky bugger. But I am sure if this game had the capacity to make a Discworld, they would probably stick one in. I like the little touches they've put in as well. One man, one vote. Yeah, Veterinari's the man and he's got the vote. I'm glad to hear it, Simmer. Welcome to Pratchett World. You will not regret it. The Guild. All the faction names in this system are amazing. I love them. Request docking clearance. Request docking permission.
Requesting docking clearance.
Deploy landing gear.
Gear down.
Docking successful.
Which faction is currently control? I don't know. Open right panel. Oh. Hank guards. Don't know which one's on top there though. Close right panel. So let's see if we can find Headerin. Is that him? There he is.
Taking high resolution photo.
And there he is. Yep. So we're here. We've done it. We've made it. We're at Pratchett's desk. Thank you for popping along with me, guys. Thank you for joining me on this pilgrimage. If I can get my ship and Headerin's in the frame at the same time, which I can. There we go.
Taking photo.
So, yeah, Terry Pratchett. an awesome author, a lovely person, a brave man, and a sad loss to the world. A year ago we lost him, and today we salute him again. Thank you, Terry, you are missed. Yeah, one has to do screenies at this point. But yeah, so if you get the chance, if you've not read Terry Pratchett's stuff, then read it, it's awesome. Take the opportunity this week to read your favourite book, or watch your favourite TV programme that was made. Here's something that will let you remember him, and that his legacy will live on. What was that? I've tried running Imperial Slaves LTT 8517 to Eta Indy. No, I haven't tried that one yet. I might give that one a go. LTT 8517 to Eta Indy. Do it. It's been I've quite enjoyed it, actually, starting from the start again. It's a totally different experience to starting with my original account. So obviously my original account was all kickstarted up, and I was part of the alpha and the beta and the gamma, and then the main launch, and so the ship count was a lot less as well, and it was a much harder game. And I think starting off now, you've got so many different options. If you don't want to get into combat and so on, you've got so many different options. You've got exploration right from the get-go, you've got planetary exploration right from the get-go, and planetary stuff and all that. The journey ended just as did the colour of magic. How nice is that? But yes, do it. Just spend all your money and get yourself a Sidewinder. Well, I've kept all my old ships, so I've still got my Sidewinder's still at Owlin Enterprise. And I also have a hauler there as well, which is my cargo ship. Because this thing, although it's a lovely ship, and I love it for exploration, I love it for this trip, isn't the best on cargo space. So if I rip everything out, I might manage to get a decent cargo space in it and use it as a trader. But I'm going to keep my hauler for that for the moment, and then see where I can go. But yes, reread all of the This War books. You should do that on a regular basis anyway, even though it takes so long to do. And I've got books sitting that have come out recently that I've not read yet, like Drew Wagar's book. His new book's going to be out soon, and I'm still not going to have read his first one, because I'm too busy reading Pratchett. And of course I had to have my annual David Eddings readathon, so I read all of the Bulgarian and Malorian at least once a year, because they were the first books I read. They were the first fantasy novels I ever read. So I do that every year, but I'm doing Pratchett now, and then I move on to the other stuff that's been bought over the last few months and read them as well. But definitely keep yourself up to date with the Pratchett stuff. Well, not that you have to keep yourself up to date, but remember it. So yeah, I'm going to take this account, as I say, I'm not going to use it pretty much on stream. I'm going to use it for experimenting and playing, just playing with different ways of doing things and trying out different ships. Don Quixote is a good read. I did enjoy that when I read it. I think I've read that twice. Read it once at school, read it once as an adult, and it was a lot better as an adult, I found. Yep, Snow Imp, awesome. Yep, Eddings is awesome, but I didn't like the other ones. The Tamuli and the Elenium. They weren't as good. I didn't find the characters as well rounded or as interesting. He seemed to try and rehash what he did with the Belgariad, just using different sets of characters, and it didn't work. I think the Belgariad's characters just came out of the page so much better, so much more than the other ones did. But yeah, so right, well that's what, 25 past 2. I'm gonna draw it to a close there. I want to thank you guys for popping along. wonder, should I actually go back and try and reclaim that bounty? But no, I'll do that another time. I'm going to draw it to a close because my voice is starting to kill me, and I'm going to go and be sociable before we have to go out. Yeah, I had the same problem every time I was on the bus when I was at uni, sometimes when I was at school, sitting in the restaurant at school, reading a book, and then pissing myself laughing at something. Yeah, every time. Dear. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, guys, and I want to thank you for popping by. This has been one of the most populated streams I've had for a long while. We're on top on the streamers list today, which is a great achievement. So thank you for popping by. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for all the follows. I hope you'll come back another time and watch me again. I'm on every Monday. I might start doing other stuff as well at some point soon. Once I get the RPG written and down, I shall be streaming probably more often. But for the moment, if you want to join me on Mondays, 8 o'clock UK time, or keep an eye, you've got the follows on there, so you'll get a notification if you set it up. Okay, thank you for the follow, Varakina. Hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to the stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. So, on that note, I shall stop wittering. I shall say goodbye for the moment. So, thanks again. I really appreciate your presence. I really appreciate the support you've shown for Mr. Pratchett today. Thanks. And if I keep on saying thanks to you guys, then I'm going to be here all night. So, take care and good afternoon.